everyone, how are you? I hope you all are fine. So in this video we will discuss about transportation. Okay, transportation in human beings. Okay, here is an activity. We have seen in previous section the blood transport food, oxygen and waste material in our bodies. In a previous section, we have already discussed about we already seen that blood transport food, oxygen and waste material in our body. Okay. In class 9, we learned about blood being a fluid connective tissue. In class 9, we learned about blood being a fluid connective tissue. Okay. Blood consists of a fluid medium called plasma, in which the cells are suspended. Okay. Okay. Blood consists of a fluid medium called plasma. Okay. In which all cells are suspended. Okay. Plasma transport food, carbon dioxide and nitrogenous wastage in dissolved form. Okay. And blood consists of a fluid medium. This one is known as plasma. Okay. In plasma helps to transport food, carbon dioxide and nitrogenous wastage in dissolved form. Okay. In dissolved form. Okay. To transport food, carbon dioxide, nitrogenous wastage. Okay. Oxygen is carried by the red blood corpuscles and oxygen is carried by the red blood corpuscles. Okay, RBCs. Okay. May other substances like salt are also transported by the blood. Many other substances like salt, it is also transported by the blood in our body. Okay. We thus need a pumping organ to push blood around the body. A network of tubes to reach all the tissues and a system in place to ensure that this network can be repaired if damaged. Okay. We thus need a pumping organ to push blood around the body and we need a organ to push blood around the body, a network of tubes to reach all the tissues and a system in place to ensure this network can be repaired if damaged. Okay. We need a organ. Okay. Our pump, the heart. The heart is a muscular organ which is big as our fist. The heart is a muscular organ. We know that heart is a muscular organ which is as big as our fist. Fist. Okay. Because both oxygen and carbon dioxide have to be transported by the blood, the heart has different chambers to prevent the oxygen-rich blood from mixing with the blood containing carbon dioxide. Okay. We know that heart is a muscular organ which is as big as our reached. Okay, because both oxygen and carbon dioxide have to be transported by the blood. The heart has different chamber. The heart has four chamber. Okay, in a human being, in animals. Okay, uh, different chamber to prevent the oxygen-rich blood mixing with the blood containing the carbon dioxide. Okay, it has to mix. The carbon dioxide rich blood has to reach the lungs for the carbon dioxide to be removed. The carbon dioxide rich blood has to reach the lungs for the carbon dioxide to be removed, and the oxygenated blood from the lungs has to be brought back to the heart. Okay, it means the carbon dioxide rich blood has to reach the lungs for the carbon dioxide to be removed, and the carbon dioxide is removed, and the oxygenated blood from lungs has come back to the heart. Okay, this oxygen rich blood is then pumped to the rest of the body part, and oxygen rich blood is oxygenated blood come the lungs has to be back to the heart. Okay, and lungs helps to bounce back of the heart to the heart. Okay, and this oxygen rich blood is then pumped to the rest of the body parts. Okay, we can follow this process step by step. Okay, and we can follow this process step by step. Okay, oxygen rich blood from the lungs come to the thin walled upper chamber of the heart on the left atrium. Okay, oxygen rich blood from the lungs comes to the thin walled upper chamber of the heart on the left atrium. Okay, this one is our right atrium and this one is our left atrium. Okay, the oxygen rich blood from the lungs comes to here, and this one is right atrium. Okay, sorry, left atrium comes to the thin walled upper chamber of the heart on the left. It is left atrium. Okay, the left atrium relaxes when it is collecting this blood. The left atrium relaxes when it collects this blood. Okay, this blood when it means the left atrium relaxes when it collect oxygen rich blood. Okay, then it contacts while the next chamber, the left ventricle, relaxes so that the blood is transferred to it. Okay, it means it then contacts with while the next chamber, that is the left ventricle. Okay, left ventricle relax so that the blood transfer to it. Okay, left ventricle. Here you can see that fourth chamber of fourth chamber. Okay, but this one is this one is left atrium and this one is left ventricle. Okay, and this one is right atrium, this one is right ventricle. Okay, the next chamber, that is the left ventricle relax so that the blood transfers to it, and the left ventricle relaxes so that the blood is transferred to it. Okay, it. When the muscular left ventricle contracts in its turn, the blood pumped out to the body. Okay. When the muscular left ventricle contracts in its turn, the blood is pumped out to the body. When the left ventricle contracts, okay, its turn, then the blood is pumped out to the body. Okay, deoxygenated blood comes from the body to the upper chamber on the right atrium as it relaxes. Okay. Deoxygenated blood comes from the body to the upper chamber of the right, that is the right ventricle, the right atrium. Okay, as it relaxes. In the left atrium, the oxygen-rich blood comes. Okay, but in the left atrium, the deoxygenated blood came. Okay, comes. Deoxygenated blood comes. This one is our right atrium, and this one is left atrium. Okay, here the oxygen-rich blood comes from the lungs in left atrium, and in right atrium the deoxygenated blood. Okay, as the right atrium contact the corresponding lower chamber, the right ventricle dilates. Okay, as the right atrium contracts the corresponding lower chamber, that is right ventricle dilates. Okay, when the right atrium contacts with right ventricle, okay, this transfers blood to the right ventricle, which in turn pumps it to the lungs from oxygenation. Okay, this transfers blood to the right ventricle, which is turns pump into the lungs for oxygenation. Okay, it means this transfer blood to the right ventricle, which in turn pumped in again into the lungs for oxygenation. Okay. Since ventricles have to pump blood into various organs, they have a thicker muscular wall than the artery do. Okay. Ventricles have to pump the blood into the various organs. They have a thicker muscular wall than the artery do. Okay. Valves ensure that blood does not flow backwards when the artery or ventricles contract. Okay. Valves ensure that blood does not flow in a backward direction. Okay. When the artery or ventricle contracts. Okay. Blood never flow backward. Okay. Now, oxygen enters the blood in the lungs. Oxygen enters the blood in the lungs. The separation of right side and the left side of the heart is useful to keep oxygenated and deoxygenated blood from mixing. Okay, and the separation of right. This one is our right ventricle. This one is right and this one is left. Okay. The separation of right side and the left side of the heart is useful to keep oxygenated and deoxygenated blood from mixing. Okay. And this blue one is deoxygenated blood, and this red one is pure blood. Okay. Such separation allows a highly efficient supply of oxygen to the body. Such separation allows a highly efficient supply of the oxygen to all the body parts. Okay, this is useful in animals that have high energy needs, such as birds and mammals, which constantly use energy to maintain their body temperature. Okay, this is useful to animals that have high energy needs. Animals need high energy. Okay, such as mammals. Okay, which constantly used energy to maintain their body temperature. Okay. They need energy to maintain their body temperature. In animals that do not use energy for this purpose, the body temperature depends on the temperature in the environment. Okay. In animals that do not use energy for this purpose, okay, this purpose it means to maintain their body temperature, not just for this purpose. Because the body temperature depends on the temperature in the environment. What is the temperature of the environment? Okay, it's totally depends on the environment. Such animals like amphibians or many reptiles have three-chambered hearts, and tolerate some mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood streams. Okay, such as what animals like amphibian or many reptiles have three-chambered heart. Okay, they have only three-chambered in their heart. Okay, and tolerate some mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood streams. Okay, fishes on the other hand have only two chambers to their heart, and the blood is pumped to the gills, is oxygenated there, and the passes directly to the rest of the body part. Okay, in animals like amphibians and reptiles have only three-chambered. Okay, and they tolerate some mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood streams, and fishes on the other hand, fishes have only two-chambered heart. Okay, two-chambered in their heart, and the blood is pumped to the gills, is oxygenated there, and passes directly to the rest of the body parts. Okay. Rest of the body parts. Thus, blood does not only once through the heart in the fish during one cycle of passes through the body. Okay, blood does not only blood goes only once passage through the body. Okay, blood goes only once through the heart in the face during one cycle passes through the body. Okay, during one cycle the blood goes all the body. Okay, in face. Okay, on the other hand, it goes through the heart twice during each cycle in other vertebrates. On the other hand, it goes through the heart twice during each cycle in other vertebrates. Okay. This is known as double circulation. Okay. So I hope you understand. In next video we will discuss about the tubes, blood and blood vessels. Okay. So I hope you understand that transportation in human beings and our pump and the heart. About the heart. Okay. So here you can see that the somatic respiration of transport and exchanges of the oxygen and the carbon dioxide. Here is the figure of that this one is vein and this one is deoxygenated blood. Okay. And this red one is oxygenated blood. It transports oxygenated blood. The body. Okay. So I hope you understand, and here is the figure of heart. Okay. So I hope you understand all the video. That's all for today. Thank you.